Love it. Okay, guys, we are at the top of the hour, so let's go ahead and get this party started. Again, thank you all so much for attending our Get Fit Mining Global presentation. I am your Queen Connectress, Miss Marnita Casa, and I'm going to be your humble hostess for today. Now, it's my honor to introduce you all to a man that for over 25 years dominated the direct sales industry. His cryptocurrency education is used by companies and universities worldwide. For over 6 years, he dedicated his life to learning about cryptocurrency and blockchain technology, but he didn't just stop there. He decided to go out, share that information with the masses by putting on fun and exciting Bitcoin boot camps nationwide at no cost. He has built thriving communities and wonderful platforms like you see before you now. So without further ado, it is my honor to introduce you all to Mr. Brandon Ivey.
All right. Thank you, Miss Casa, for that introduction. I haven't seen you in a while. You're looking good today, and welcome everybody, and all of you guys are. I have been gone for the last couple of days under the weather, so thank those of you guys that have been asking about my health and making sure that I'm fine, and so I appreciate that. But it's time to get back to work. I mean, it's an exciting times that's going on. Let me get this thing started off by asking this one question. Who made money yesterday and all weekend? Type me in the chat box. We're going to start it off that way because that's what this is all about. The reason why you're here, yeah, you might want to be able to lose weight and figure out how you can do that, but mostly you want to learn how you can be motivated and incentivized to do what you should already be doing anyway for your health and wellness, and that is why we're here. Now, I'm going to keep this presentation short and sweet because Dr. Ord, I'm not even supposed to be back today. I'm supposed to have one more day, but I'm going to keep this short and sweet. Give you guys enough information to make an informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. Show you what's going to be happening next because we have 2 training calls taking place today as well. And this is my first presentation since last Thursday. So there's a lot that's happened in that time period that I'm going to see if I can be able to cover just a little bit. I know we went over in detail in our crypto talk this morning about the exciting thing that happened just 2 days ago. But let's jump into this because this presentation is designed to give you an overview of what Get Fit Mining is all about. What is it? How does it basically work? And how can you get involved? Twice today, you're going to see at 2 p.m. Eastern and 9 p.m. Eastern tonight, with Brother Herschel Crow's going to be teaching you about what's going on underneath the hood. Q&A. How does it actually work? So let me go ahead and share screen and jump into this. There we go. So the name of the project is called Get Fit Mining. Now there's 2 words in there that have double meaning. Get fit, obviously, you understand what that means. But a lot of people who might be new to the crypto space don't know what the mining part means, what that actually means. Well, the whole mining concept is that an activity is being done to create a crypto token. A crypto token is a reward for you doing work. In this space, you're going to be rewarded for your activity of getting fit. That's the whole concept of what Get Fit Mining actually means. We call that proof of physical activity. But first, are there some health facts that we should be concerned about? Yes. Number 1, heart disease and cancer are the top 2 causes of death in America. 67.5% of American adults are overweight or obese. 97% of Americans are failing to meet ideal healthy lifestyle criteria that can protect their hearts. Tobacco use, poor nutrition, physical inactivity, and excessive alcohol use are top reasons for disease in America. These are things we already know, but the problem is, and the reason why these continue to be a problem year after year, decade after decade, that people never address until you have that hospital visit, until you get that hospital bill, when it's too late, is because we're not motivated to do so. How do we motivate you to get fit? Well, I went from almost 220 pounds to, I just weighed myself 5 minutes before I got started today, 202.2 pounds. How did I drop all that weight? What was the motivating factor? Let me show you. This is what Get Fit is doing. Take a look.
Tired of shelling out money for gym memberships you hardly ever use? Fed up with fad diets and quick fixes that never seem to deliver? We know the feeling, but what if there was a way to spend less and achieve more, much more, than you've ever dreamed possible. Get Fit Mining, the revolutionary platform that pays you to get fit. Imagine earning cold, hard crypto just for building those buns of steel or carving out that six-pack. With Get Fit Mining, every step you take is not just towards a healthier you, but also towards financial freedom. Forget those hefty gym fees or that pantry stuffed with diet foods. Motivate yourself to be the best version of yourself and start building your retirement at the same time. What if what you mine today could change your tomorrow just doing what you are already doing but intensifying it? Picture this, the best fit version of yourself, traveling the world, driving that luxury car you've always dreamed of. All of this is possible with Get Fit Mining. Here's how it works. Strap on your favorite fitness tracker and start earning crypto for your everyday activities like walking, running, or cycling. The more you move, the more you earn. Our app syncs with your lifestyle. It tracks your progress and mines cryptocurrency while you exercise. It's like mining money while melting calories. Say hello to real-time rewards paid instantly. Achieve your fitness goals and watch your digital wallet grow. Connect with fellow fitness enthusiasts, challenge each other, and share your achievements. With each referral, boost your earnings and your fitness motivation. Join the movement that's reshaping what it means to be fit and financially savvy. Why put off feeling good and living well? The time is now, and Get Fit Mining is your gateway. Ready to make a move? Let's turn those fitness dreams into your financial reality. Jump on board and let Get Fit Mining guide you to a richer, healthier life. It's the future of fitness, and it's here now with Get Fit Mining. So why wait? It's time to turn those workouts into wealth. Download the Get Fit Mining app today and start your journey towards fitness and financial freedom. Remember, every step counts, every workout matters. With Get Fit Mining, you're not just getting fit, you're getting rewarded. It's fitness revolutionized. It's time to get fit, get rewarded, and start building your future one step at a time. See you on the healthier side of life.
Now, are there benefits to walking? Obviously so, but that doesn't mean all of us walk like we should. Just 30 minutes every day can increase cardiovascular fitness, strengthen your bones, reduce excess body fat, and boost muscle power and endurance. It reduces your risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, osteoporosis, and even some cancers. Physical activity may help to prevent or manage heart disease, stroke, and high blood pressure. Adults who sit less and do any amount of moderate to vigorous physical activity gain some health benefits. The problem is people aren't incentivized or motivated to do so. So what Get Fit has done is said, look, we're going to reward you where your physical activity is now an income stream. And here's how this works. I don't need to teach you to have a phone. You already do. And if you have an Android phone, your Android phone's going to have Google Fit and Health Connect on it, and your Apple phones have Apple Health. These apps are already controlling or collecting all of your physical activity, all of your data. They're even listening to you if you don't realize that, whether you've given it permission to or not. So Get Fit Mining is not collecting your data. Get Fit Mining is taking the data your phone has already collected and transferring it into a physical or a digital hash and sends it to the blockchain. And you're rewarded for that transaction in crypto, in a crypto coin called MQT, a token that is not new. Well, it's new, but it's not that new. It's on the market. It wasn't just made up and it's only on somebody's dashboard. It's on the open market on the Avalanche blockchain. It's been around for what, 40 something days now. It's the number one trending, the top producing or top earning token on the Avalanche blockchain for the last 30 days. This is a token that has exploded. And I'm not just saying that because I'm going to show you proof. So we're going to reward you. So if you're brand new to crypto, you don't understand the concepts. I think you have a basic understanding of Bitcoin. See, Bitcoin is not just created out of thin air either. Bitcoin is a reward for people mining it, meaning you have individuals who purchase equipment. They then put software and program on that equipment. They then plug it into electricity and pay the electricity bill. They're building the blockchain. Every 10 minutes, a Bitcoin block is closed. What's inside of that? It's just a list of all transactions. Once that block is closed, a reward of Bitcoin is sent out to the miners to incentivize them to put in that work and that effort. And it's a certain amount every 10 minutes. Every block is the same amount. With MQT, 2,500 tokens is released on a daily basis. Who gets those 2,500 tokens? You guys, the miners. Those of you that is mining the coin. And how are you mining it? Your physical activity. So instead of you paying for it through electricity, you're powering the miners through your own physical activity. It's a genius concept. Now, there are other move to earn apps on the market like STEPN and Sweatcoin. And I've had them for years. I'm sure you guys have had them or heard of them or using them. I mean, you can't go anywhere on social media without seeing somebody taking a selfie of themselves while walking outside, doing physical fitness with their smartwatches and showing off. They want to get their summer bodies ready. But are they getting paid for it? No, just likes on the gram. Well, these apps are very limited on what they can do, and they have restrictive feature sets. They require GPS and only outdoors, and they're centralized, and they have subscription fees. When it comes to Get Fit or MoveQuest, there is no subscription fee. It is decentralized, and it's giving you credit for all of your steps, your distance, your calories, your workouts, and your sleep. And are there benefits to sleeping? Obviously. Getting 7 to 9 hours sleep a night keeps your heart healthy, reduces stress, and helps keep blood sugar consistent. It lowers your risk for serious health problems like diabetes and heart disease, reduces stress, improves your mood, and allows you to think more clearly. It helps to prevent inflammation and control weight. Now, we all know the benefits of sleeping, but let me ask you this. How many of you are actually getting a good night's sleep every night, 7 to 9 hours? I mean, we want to. You know, when I was working a 9 to 5 job and I was about to fire my boss, one of the things I was looking forward to the most was waking up the next Monday morning and not having to get up and go to work and just sleeping in. It's a concept called waking up when you're finished sleeping. Well, I did do that. I fired my boss and I've been self-employed for 12 years, but I didn't actually do this. Sleep benefits. Why? Because I found that I worked harder for myself than I ever did on a 9 to 5 job. So for the last 12 years, I'd averaged about 4.5 to 5 hours sleep a night, and I would get 1 good hour in the afternoon. And that's how I was, and my body was used to that. But since I've been in Get Fit, I've been averaging now 6.5 to 8 hours sleep a night. Now, why am I getting that extra sleep? Is it because I needed it? Well, of course I need it, but I'm getting that extra sleep because I'm getting paid for it. Now, I love the concept of you're not getting paid unless you're making money while you sleep. I've been doing that, but I've never gotten paid for going to sleep. That's a brand new concept. So I have people that tell me before they know anything about Get Fit and they think, oh, do I have to be Adonis now and I got to work out all the time? I'm like, do you sleep? Yeah, you can get paid for that. It's simple. And not just sleeping, but any activity is getting you paid from steps, distance, workouts, calories, sleep. And all of this is not managed by a company. This is managed by a smart contract. Do you understand the difference? You see, a company is centralized. A company is controlled by a CEO or a board of directors and management, and they dictate what goes on, and they need to take a profit for themselves. This is a smart contract, so there is no company to take all the profits. There is no board of directors to selfishly make some moves that only benefit a few and leaves everybody else hanging to dry. It's a smart contract. It's a program just like Bitcoin. There's no company headquarters. There's no Get Fit corporate address or any of that. It is a community-based project run by who? Us. Of course, it was programmed, but once it's programmed and released, it's in the open market at that point. We determine what it does. Now, Get Fit isn't brand new. This has been around for a few years, but it took it a little bit of while to really get it right for the community to use. See, when I first came on board back in March, there was a whole marketing campaign designed to try to bring in a lot of people because the system doesn't work without people actually using the product. The only problem with that was we were subverting the very mechanisms needed to make sure that this is a self-sustaining ecosystem. So this relaunch we've done on the Avalanche chain cut all that noise out. You don't know how many leaders I got calling me up talking about, hey, B, yo, what kind of deal can I get? What? There are no deals over here. We don't, no, buy you some miners and get moving. That's the deal. We don't need you at this point anyway. But it's a smart contract run by us. But as a smart contract, it's programmed. And there's limitations to what you can do. We don't want people killing themselves out there because they saw the Olympics and they think they want to be an Olympian. So there's limits to how many steps you can do a day. Max 20,000 max steps. You can max out 10 miles per day. You can max out 2 hours workout time. And I keep saying this over and over and over, so I'm going to say it again. Don't forget, especially those of you with Androids, don't forget to turn on, if you've got your watch, don't hit Samsung workout, hit Google Fit. You're going to have to download Google Fit no, I didn't talk to you. You got to download Google Fit onto your watch. Sometimes I have it. No, you have it on your phone. You need to download it onto your watch and then hit that and turn on the workouts. And then don't forget to turn it off. So you get credit for your workouts, your steps, and your miles. Also, you max out calories burned, 2,000 to 4,000 max calories and 8 hours max sleep. That doesn't mean you can't sleep longer. You can, but you only max out at 8. So getting started with Get Fit is simple. You get back to the person who invited you. They're gonna give you a link to sign up. Then you're gonna have a phone. I don't have to teach you to have a phone. You already do. Once you have a phone, your fitness trackers are optional. I have an Apple Watch and a Samsung Galaxy Watch for my Android and my iPhone. So those are optional. It's convenient for those of you who don't like to carry your phone with you everywhere you go. And I'm sure most of you carry your phones with you everywhere you go. If you get up from the couch and go to the kitchen to get a sandwich, you take your phone with you because you're afraid to leave it on the desk. You get up and go to the bathroom. You can take a bath. You go to sleep with your phone. How many of you have ever gone to work, realized you left your phone at home, and you had a choice to make? Do I just keep going to work and go the whole day without my phone? Or do I bust that U-turn, risk being late to get my phone? We know the answer to that. You're always going to go back to get your phone. But it is just easier and more simplistic, and I'm able to track more of my activity with my watches because even sitting here on my desk, moving my arms around, that's activity. Yeah. Next, you need to have Google Fit Health Connect on your Androids and Apple Health on your iPhone. Then you need to purchase some miners. Like I stated earlier, Bitcoin is created because there are Bitcoin miners. MQT is created because there are MQT miners, which is you. These miners is what's taking the data and translating that data into a physical hash and sending it to the blockchain. Now, any activity is getting you paid. Walking outdoors, indoors, running, jogging, hiking, skipping, riding your bike, riding your skateboard, roller skating, rollerblading, swimming, which got me in trouble last week because I got a freaking eye infection. You guys didn't even notice, but last Thursday night, my eye was swelling up while I was doing the presentation. That's why I've been gone for 5 days. Wrestling around in the pool trying to get my swim kicks in. Man, plus we have this huge fire out here in California. So my prayers are going out to all the those of you in the way of that. There's a huge fire happening right now. So I can see it right outside. But any activity, what about going grocery shopping? What about if you are on vacation and you're, walking up and down the beach? When I took a vacation to Greece, we did a lot of walking, Olympian and all that. How about getting paid for that? Hiking. Or how many of you on a Saturday morning go out there and walk your dogs? You do your yard work, mow the lawn. You clean the house. You play with your kids and your grandkids. Any activity is getting you paid. Now, what separates this from any other crypto project that's come and gone and a lot of people lost money in back in the day? What's the difference? Here's one main thing. Get-Fit mining has a self-sustaining ecosystem. When I first heard that, that's what caught my attention. Well, let me rephrase that. That's the second thing that caught my attention. I'll explain to you later what the first was. But this was the second thing that caught my attention, and it caused me to say, I need to interview these people. And it was back in March. I interviewed the creator, Lynette, and her whole team. I said, tell us more about this concept of a self-sustaining ecosystem that you will survive where other companies have failed in 6 months to a year or less. Well, a lot of other projects, whether centralized or decentralized, have relied on a group of people to self-fund it in the beginning. Well, not self-fund, but raise funds in the beginning. You have seed project rounds, and then you have, round 1, round 2, round 3, and then you got all these investors early on. And the problem with that is as soon as the project launches, what happens? Those same people want to get a profit as fast as possible, and they sell, and they crash their own coin. And then somebody from the outside looks at the project and says, why would I want to invest in that? It doesn't look like it has any real world use to it, and it just pump and dumped. It was a pump and dump. And then the people who crashed it in the first place run to the company and say, hey, how come the token's so low? Bring it back up. And the company can't do anything at that part. It's launched. It's up to the market. You crashed it. And then those same people shoot themselves in the foot and start screaming publicly, I got scammed. I lost all my money. Now, really ain't nobody going to get in on that project because now the people inside of the project are calling it a scam. How many times have you guys seen that happen over and over and over again? And you might have been a part of it yourself. See, what Get Fit does says, oh, no. We got a self-sustaining ecosystem, which means we don't need new people's money to pay old people to sustain. We don't need to recruit for people to make money. People are going to make money off the product, off their activity. The bigger the community grows, the higher the value of the token goes. Now someone said, well, what happens when people start to sell? Ha, 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 ha. This is where the magic kicks in. This is where the self-sustaining ecosystem really kicks in with a smart contract. Why? Because every activity you do is not being recorded on a company's dashboard, on a centralized platform. It is being recorded on the blockchain. And every transaction you do comes with fees, transaction fees. You got to pay the gas to move on the blockchain. So every time you evolve and upgrade your miners, you submit your proof of physical activity, you claim your mining rewards, you unlock your mining dock slots, you create challenges and events and lease your miners. Guess what? That is creating an income stream that's going to the blockchain. Now, a centralized company normally takes all of that as profit. How do you think guys like Sam Bankman-Fried and CZ, the creators of FTX and Binance and all the owners of Poloniex and LBank and Coinbase exchanges, even Gemini with the Winklevoss twins, how did they become multi-billionaires? Because of those fees. They operate centralized systems. And each of us is only paying pennies, but as a whole, it adds up. See, with this smart contract, the vast majority of that money is going right back onto the ecosystem in the blockchain to support the project. Now, up until this point, it was just theory. It was theory. I own my own crypto education company. I'm not a newbie to this space. I've seen it all. And so when I heard that, I said, that sounds good, but can you prove it? Is it real? Up to this point, I didn't see it really working yet. Why did I get involved? Because of the one reason I told you, the first thing that caught my attention. And that was finally a program that allowed an individual who might have never had success in crypto, never had success in network marketing, could be a stay-at-home mom or dad, somebody working 1 or 2 jobs, someone looking to get a secondary income source driving Uber and Lyft, somebody that's a waitress and on their feet all day, or a nurse, the ability to make maybe $50 to $300 a month extra. That's not walking off their job money, but that's extra money for doing something that they're going to do anyway. At least give them a win, something to start with. See, when I started in crypto, I only started with 30 bucks. That's all I had at the time. And then my education, and I flipped that to 7-figure cents, multiple. So that's why I said, if we can just get people a little bit of money in their hands and have a win where it's impossible to lose, that's why I got involved. But let me tell you what happened over the last 30 days. This went from theory to proof that it works. First 24 hours of MQT launching, it launched at $1 and went all the way up 380% in like the first hour. Now, that's not new. We see things like that happening all the time with different brand new projects. The hype alone hypes something up. And normally the people who got started at the bottom at $1, they sell for a profit because they made 3 times their money. And then the other people who got in way up here, they start to sell as well because they feel they're panicking, and it crashes all the way down again, and it stays that way. That's what normally happens. A successful project will have a sell-off, but it stops around 30 to 40% higher than launch. And then it depends on whether the project is good or not, whether it'll survive long-term or not. But then you got Get Fit, where, yeah, there was a sell, and then it bounced right back up. But we had a small community of less than 300 people at the time. And this community was a little bit what I would call on the, they were like the educated side. They were, no, let me rephrase that. The disciplined side, because there's still a lot of you need more education, but they were disciplined. And the discipline said, look, we're in this for the long term. We don't want to crash the project. We're not trying to get rich quick. So the discipline of the community prevented any major sell-off. And then for the first 24 hours, which was critical, you start to see another sell-off right here. But this was just people selling their tokens to evolve their miners up, which I'll show you in a moment what that means. And then the smart contract kicked in. My eyebrow raised right there, slightly. I said, oh, okay, so I see how it works. Okay. And then the rest of the day, it reached a new all-time high at $4.90. And then it started to come down again. So for the next 2 weeks, the price fluctuated between $4.40 to $2.50 for the next couple of weeks. And then this happened. 2 weeks later, this was a Saturday. I got to put down the date on this. Maybe 3 weeks ago. It'll be 3 weeks next Saturday. The price went up to $6.87. This was halfway through August. $6.87. And I was like, what? 25%. So I watched the price go from $2.50 all the way up to $6.87. Now I'm starting to get impressed. I even publicly said I was wrong because I thought the project was going to fail. What, Brandon? What? Yeah. Hey, I'm not no cheerleader for any project. Okay, let me get this straight right now. I don't just give hope because I want to try to steal everybody's money and I want to make as much as I can, knowing that the project's going to fail. I'll tell it like it is. I thought this had an 80% chance of failure, not because of the smart contract. The smart contract is based on math. That's perfect. The blockchain doesn't make mistakes. It's based on the people using it. That's the problem I had. I felt that people have been jaded far too long and have no trust in this industry, that they want to take profits as fast as they can, and they're not going to stick around long enough for this thing to have success. That's what I thought was going to happen. I was wrong. And I'm glad that I was wrong. Because then it reached $6.87. And Lynette told me, I wouldn't be surprised if it reaches $25 by the end of the month. We were halfway through August when this happened. And then a couple of days later, this happened. It went up to $48 a coin. You got to be freaking kidding me. Now, the shocked look on my face is not just that it went to $48. The shocked look on my face is because at the time, we had our first real major test. Somebody sold for $86,000 worth of tokens. And that's what the critics have been waiting for. Yeah, just wait till the big whales start to sell. The whole project's going to crash down. The coin was at $32, $86,000 sell. It dropped it to $27, and the critics were ready to pounce. See, I told you, but then the smart contract kicked in, and it happened live while I was doing a presentation. And it went from $27 to $44 live. And then from there, it went up to $48 that same day for an all-time high of $48.61. That's why I had the shocked look on my face. So this proved up to this point, time and time again, the smart contract showing how the self-sustainable system works. Every time there was a major sell-off, it reached another all-time high shortly after. The last presentation I did was last Thursday night. This was the price of the token then, $74.67. The all-time high was $75 earlier that day. That was last Thursday. But I want you to pay attention to something else, the liquidity. See, the smart contract is not just helping to boost, it's how is it doing that? It's buying MQT and pulling it off the market. And when you have less tokens on the market, the remaining tokens value goes up. And then it adds liquidity to the system, which would normally be a profit to a centralized company. Now we're looking at 3.41 million liquidity with a $1.5 billion market cap last Thursday night. When it first launched, we were looking at 93 million market cap and $400,000 liquidity. 3.4 million. Here's what it is today, 10 minutes before I went live today. $97.76. 4.6 million liquidity, $2 billion market cap. At this, if you look at all tokens out right now, this puts us at about number 35 token in the world. And it's only been around for less than 45 days, or maybe 45 days right now. I'm beyond impressed. Looking at this from the outside, I'd be asking, what the hell are they doing? How are they doing that? How is that possible? Because I'm skipping something that I went over in detail in Crypto Talk this morning. Because I was sick, I didn't have a chance to cover it live. We had another major test. Someone did a exactly $304,000 sell for 3,554 MQT, which is crazy on a couple of reasons. Now, I'm not going to share exactly what I said in Crypto Talk this morning. Y'all got the raw me on that one. But what I will say is the fact that somebody was able to cash out $304,000 and the price only dropped to $74. It went from 110 and then 100, and it was right that $99 range that person sold, and it dropped it to $74. On a normal project, that could almost be the end. Not because of that one sell, but because what happens afterwards. Afterwards, when that normally happens, other people start to panic. It's dropping, I better sell now before it drops further. And now you have an avalanche, snowball effect. And normally it will go from 73, 50, 30, 20, and everybody's selling. And it's hard to recover from that. Here, the smart contract bounced back almost immediately. And then due to a comedy of errors from the person who sold, which I find freaking hilarious. I mean, that was some of the most amateurish things I have ever seen. But anyways, that's a topic for a Crypto Talk. But they inadvertently reached a new all-time high of $125. Nobody should ever have any doubt that this system cannot survive. It survived a $300,000 sell. And that wasn't the only one. Another individual who also panicked, well, I don't know if it was a panic or a way to take some profits, pulled out $150,000. 3 separate sales of $50,000 each. And it survived. So in total that night, that was about 450,000 liquidation of the MQT token, and it still reached a new all-time high of $125. Where have we seen that at before? I have never, ever seen that. Now I understand what the creator was saying with her vision on this, because I'm seeing it proof, and I sent her a message live when this was going on. And I said, that was impressive. That was impressive. I had never seen anything like that. Oh, I forgot that this was then. This is old. I forgot to delete this. This was last Thursday. And here's what I'm going to do today. We have at least 2 testimonials I'm going to share with you guys in a moment, Boss Lady and Dr. Lakeisha. And I'm also going to claim, and this is the last time I'm ever going to do it publicly. I'm going to claim, because people say, well, yeah, you got token, but no, nobody can pull it out. I'm going to show it live of me claiming my tokens and going straight to my wallet, and then I can do whatever I want from my wallet from that point. But this last Thursday, I pulled 4.87 MQT at current price. What is that? Current price? Well, my last screen, you guys know what it is more than I do. But at 4.87 times, because I haven't sold those tokens, $97. That's a $472 day. Day. Not week, not month. Day. Here's another thing that I teach as well. If you're in crypto, you cannot be in crypto trying to get rich quick. You got to play the long game. At one point, Bitcoin was worth pennies. Take a look at this video.
I'm right here watching history be made. Bitcoin is now up to $111. It's an all-time high, and it's continuing to rise. I've seen it break 3 times today. It went up to 110, and this is the highest that it's been. It's ridiculous. Last trade, 189 Bitcoin for $111 piece. That's amazing to me. I mean, just look at this graph. You see this graph? That's the last 3 hours. Give me a second, I'll switch it up.
How many of you would love for Bitcoin to be worth $111 again? What is it priced now? Last I looked, $56,000 a coin. Now, I can't tell you how high this was going to go, but I can tell you it's going to be higher than it is right now, based on what we've seen over the last 30 days, not based on hype or speculation, just on facts. It's a numbers game. Bottom line is, the bigger this community grows, the higher the value of the token. That's not nothing to predict. That is in our own power to do. Now, I got to speed this up because I'm going to get to the testimonials. So you get started by $50. You can buy a Lenny for $50. You can upgrade those Lennies to more powerful miners like the primary, ultra, alpha, and omega. Omega has 300% mining power. You can do that. There's a cost of upgrading. Now the Lenny is now fit to go from Lenny to primary is $50, primary to ultra $40, ultra to alpha $60, and it takes 2 alphas and $200 to go to omega. I leave the details to all of this inner workings when Herschel does his trainings, and he does them twice a day. Literally right after I'm finished with this one, and then again tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. Also coming soon is the ability to lease your miners, because eventually these miners are going to be too expensive for the average person to buy. But if you're smart and you're doing what I'm doing, I'm loading myself up on as many miners as I can get my hands on right now while they're cheap. And then when the time comes to put them on the market, I'm going to put it up to lease. And someone who leases the miner will be able to submit their physical activity, claim their mining rewards, and they get to claim, no, I get to claim the leasing fee because they leased it from me. Now, to get started today, you just get back with the person who invited you. Let them know whether you're in or out. If you decide this is not for you, that's okay. That's you. But just know you're going to leave here and your phone is still recording all of your information. I looked at this one person funny this weekend because they said no to me 3 weeks ago. Said no. And they made a video of them doing like 10,000 steps and they're sweating and everything and talking about health and fitness. I'm like, what? You're doing all that. You're not getting paid for it. Man, people are people. But those of you who do want to get started, understand this. There is a learning curve. This is a learning curve. This is not supposed to be, can you make it easier? No, you need to learn a new skill set to become smarter. In the new world of Web3 and blockchain technology, knowing how to do this is going to be a necessity. So congratulations, this is your first use case of using blockchain, and you're going to learn how to use it. So you've got to put in your mind, I need to learn something new. So you're going to learn about how to purchase a crypto coin and move it in different blockchains and all that kind of stuff. And we have trainings and support and all that to help make that happen. As a disclaimer, I am not a licensed financial advisor or health advisor to give financial advice. I share information for educational and training purposes only, and it is up to you to make your own informed, intelligent decision which direction you want to move into. I cannot guarantee what type of earning you're going to make. It's based on three things. Number one, what is your level of physical activity? I don't know if you're going to do 2,000 steps in 30 minutes workout or 10,000 steps in 2 hours workout. I don't know that. Only you do. Number two, I don't know what type of miners you're purchasing for yourself to use, whether you have 7 Lennies or 7 Omegas or a mixture in between. That's on you. And number three, whatever the value of the token is at time you decide to sell it. See, I made tokens a month ago I had not sold. So had I sold them when they were $15, I would have made that amount. But what if I sell those at $125? That's a different amount. I don't know when you're going to sell your tokens, okay? That's completely up to you. And very soon, we're going to be moving into a new brand called MoveQuest. And I'm hearing we're going to have some exciting things taking place this week. I'm not on the inside on this. People keep asking me. I'm not on the know. I'm not in that private group. I don't know what the hell's going on. But I'm excited to see what this is going to look like when it's all finished, because it's designed to help everybody. So I'm looking forward to that. Now I want to, let me stop sharing screen here. I want to show some more further proof and evidence from those who, need it. Okay, let me share screen on my iPhone. I'm actually going to share this iPhone. Where's the share button? I just did it earlier. There it is. Share screen, start broadcast. This should work. Oh, before I do that, again, I gotta prove. Oh my, I'm not on my, how am I gonna do this? Okay, let me stop the share again on this. Stop. I gotta do it this way. There's always somebody who says I'm faking something. Okay, let me show first and foremost. Oh, by the way, this is the wallet address of that person who sold $300,000 worth. And so, yeah, we're watching every single thing they do. They still got 2,700 MQT on hand. So it's not a matter of if this person decides to pull that crap again, they will. And I doubt they're going to learn the lesson from last time. So I welcome it, because every time they do, we reach a new all-time high. Keep it up. All right. So this is my iPhone where I have 7 Omegas on it. And so you see in this wallet, I have 30 MQT in this wallet. You see it sitting there, okay? So once I claim, we're going to go back to that and see. I'll stop broadcast. Let me share screen on this. We'll see what that new number is and how much that actually is worth. Share screen, start broadcast. I gotta do this quickly. We gotta run out of time. All right. Yes, I'm sharing. You can see my screen there. Move that out the way. Okay. Open up Get Fit. Earnings there. As you see, I got 10 days there. So people keep asking, especially the new people, especially on Peter O'Hanion's team. You submit every day. You have 48 hours to submit. If you don't, it will be expired and you will lose that day's data. GetFit does not record and keep all your data. But every 10 days you claim. Why 10 days? Because it's the same fees if you claim one day as opposed to 10 days collectively. Same fee. So I'm going to click the claim button. Claim. It's going straight from here. Now it's not going from Get Fit. It's the blockchain holding it. Claim successfully. Now let me stop share. Okay, how do I do that? All right, stop share. Okay, you saw me claim successfully. Now let me share screen here again. And let's see, how many MQT was that? This should give us a second. Give it a second. in my activities, in my pending. It'll come through. Oh, I'm in the wrong freaking iPhone. Oh, doggone it. Dang, I was in the wrong one. It was this one. Oh, 36 inch. Ah, how can I prove it? I was looking, I've got two of them. I was looking at the wrong one. 36.7 MQT. I had 0 MQT in this wallet. That was 36 MQT. 36 MQT. What is the value of that? Dang it. I messed up my own thing. I was looking at the wrong freaking. All right, anyways. What is 36.7 MQT worth? What's the current value? 97.42. Dang it, Brandon. See, I'm blaming that on the sickness. Now there's still going to be somebody out there that's going to act silly. 36 MQT at 97.47, $3,500 for the last 10 days. There's 30 days in the month, right? What if we average that out? If the price stays the same as what it is, that's 10,500 a month on one device. Dang, I'm kicking myself. I had it all prepared, but it's all good. You guys saw me do it live. Off of one device, 10,000 times 12. That comes into 126,000 for the year. Okay, so I mean that's proof enough. What I want to do now, no problem, Escasa. What I want to do now is I want to bring up first Boss Lady to give us a quick 2-3 minute testimonial, Boss Lady, because I want to get to Dr. Lakeisha right after you to share what has this done for you. So you know what, dang, since I did that, I'm gonna have to do it again another 10 days because I messed that up, and I know there's still people out there that will still think I did something funny. All right, Boss Lady, go ahead and share with us what's been going on in your world with Get Fit Mining.
Oh my God. I'm like, they don't need to ask me to do a testimony after you've shown all that great stuff. I already have ADD and now I got it in high definition. So I had ADD. But I am so excited about this program, and I want to thank you and Quentin and Herschel. When I first came over here, everybody was so wonderful, helping me get started and helping me understand and giving up their time. So I want to just, thank you guys so much. Um, just so many wonderful things have happened. You just talked about the contract, and when the guy saw, it was interesting because I was putting somebody in that night, and I went to look to see what the price of the token was, and it was like $74. I'm like, what? I said, you know what? I'm not going to even worry. We've been in stuff before. When that happened, like you said, that whole program was totally wiped out. I waited a couple of minutes, maybe an hour or something. I looked back, I was like, okay, 107, 110, 115, 120. And it just kept going. And I said, you know what? We should be calling Miss Lynette the boss lady. She is the real boss lady. I'll keep being boss lady, but she is the real boss lady. But I've been over here since the end of August, maybe like August 25th or something. Mr. Ron Beer brought me into this program. And, I've already put back the money I started with. I understood the vision. I went straight to Omega. I spent about $3,600. I got that money back in 10, 12 days, put it back where I got it from my Bitcoin. And like you said, this program is going to pay you what you put into it. If you're not walking in, if you're not making enough money, you need to walk a little bit more. You can determine what you want to make a day. If that's 10,000 steps gets you what you want to have on a daily basis, then that's it for you. But me, I want to max out the program. I'm like you, I'm only getting 9 million and about 3 tokens a day. I just saw you had 4.8. I'm like, okay, I got to step my game up a little bit. So I'm excited. This program works. I believe in this program. I'm going to be part of that team helping to get us to 10,000 because we all want to win. And the last thing I'm going to say is I know a good friend of mine, Ivory Star. I'm so sorry I have to tell on him. He's on here. When I first called this man, he's a mega star when it comes to marketing and multi-level marketing and things like that. When I called him, he was like, I'm not doing no dang on walking. I'm not going to get no watch. I don't even want to wear a watch. Now brother has 2 watches, son has a watch. He's out there running in the park while his son is playing basketball, and he's excited. So again, thank you, Ron Beard, for introducing me to this program. Thank you, sir, for all you do and your beautiful hostess. And with that said, thank you for sharing, and I'll turn the call back over to you.
All right, all right. Thank you, boss lady. All right, next one I want to bring up is, where is she? There she is. Dr. Lakeisha McKnight. Go ahead and share your story.
Hello, everybody. Dr. Lakeisha McKnight is here. Hello, Brandon and everybody else on the platform. I'm just grateful to be here. And first, I just have to say thank you to Pamela Lindsay, because Hope Coach Pam gives the hope. She delivers the hope. And so she's the one that connected me to this project, connected me to you, Brandon. And it's just been an amazing, amazing journey. Of course, I have my little one right here. She could testify the fact that I get my steps in. Okay, very, very important to be able to do that. And so I got started around August the 22nd. And I came in, of course, tiptoeing. Whenever you see a new project and you're trying to figure out, okay, what is this about? You're trying to learn. You have this learning curve. And so for those of you who are not new to or actually are new to the crypto space, just give yourself time to succeed with this. Don't become super frustrated at it. Plug in as much as possible, because that's how I was able to become even more familiar with how to move from point A to point B, is plugging into the sessions, plugging into the Zooms and implementing. Okay, breathe through the process and just implement as you go. And so I began to just move, just become extremely active. I was active anyway because I'm a homeschool mom. So for all of you who are homeschool parents, this is a great way to be able to bring in more income and be active with your children. You have no excuse now. Okay. And so you have your why right in front of you. Okay. Your why, your children, and more so, your goals and your dreams, the things that you want to accomplish. And so I just want to happily say I did have my first $100 day yesterday. So super excited. And get this, everyone. This is on one device, my iPhone. Brandon encouraged me when I saw that he has several devices, everybody. I said, I said, I got to go give me more devices. And so I have multiple devices. And so you can only imagine what we're doing there. So just seeking to just do better every single day. And one thing I will say is this: be careful what you ask for as well, because one of the things that I always said is that I want to live to age 100 and beyond. And with this program and with the motivation that it provides now to stay on course, that now is a strong possibility. And so again, I just want to thank you for the opportunity to share. And I'll say this as well. For those of you who may say, well, I can't really move my limbs that well. Well, this young lady has a head full of hair. I was sitting down doing her hair the other day, and I have my watch, my Apple Watch on, and I'm doing her hair, and I hear this thing. I'm like, what in the world is that? I look at my watch and it says I closed the ring while doing her hair. So it really doesn't make a difference what you're doing. I was moving my arms around and combing her hair and got it done. So there really is no excuse when it comes to just being active. It's really taking note of all of your movement. And so why not get paid for it? And so thank you so very much for sharing. Back to you, Brandon.
Thank you very much, Dr. Lakeisha McKnight, and all you guys sharing your testimonials. I mean, they just keep coming in. We heard from Ron Beard last week. Anybody that would love to share, just make sure you let my assistant, Ms. Costa, know so we can bring you up. I'll be doing this again tomorrow. Coming up literally right as I disclose this, you want to go to jointhemovementum.com. Jointhemovementum.com to see underneath the hood and be able to ask questions with Herschel and Ken. That's going to happen at 2 p.m. Eastern and again at 9 p.m. Eastern. I'll be back tomorrow. So before I dismiss, let me ask this question Again, because I love to ask this question, who made money yesterday? Type me in the chat box. And if you want to make money tomorrow, type me in the chat box. Because everybody here is winning. Everybody. If you're moving your body, you're winning. And that's all that matters at the end of the day. So take care, everybody. I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes on Herschel's training. Take care. Bye-bye.